when I look at this picture here, this customer service person sleeping on the notebook here, laptop with holding the coffee. I don't think this is real. I think this is just an act here to have a picture to sort of dramatize this story here by Frank Kenna, the Wall Street Journal article here. And it's unfortunate that they used a woman here, because I think both men and women are, guilty of this same practice here. And I mean, this is a part of my continuing theme on productivity. People are doing things on their spare time that is encroaching on their work time. They're looking at Facebook, they're texting, they're answering the phone, private net calls, doing a whole bunch of things except doing the job that they're hired for and being paid for. And so they think that perhaps if people were to go to sleep earlier, and it seems to be as a result of insufficient sleep, then how are we going to deal with this here? Now, I know women are out in the workforce, and they have been contributing importantly and so on, but they have so many things to do. I mean, you just can't have a lady working long hours overtime. She has to go home and take care of herself and others. And many times they ask the husband to chip in and so on, but there's some things that, her time is still going to be fully occupied. There's some things that, won't work if the husband or boyfriend attempt to do it. Now, when the children need help, they call in for mom, and if she send dad, they don't want to see dad. But you see, I mean, ladies can say, "Oh, why you don't go to your dad? You're always coming to me." But remember when she gave birth to them, what they do is that she's the first person they give it to, and they start looking each other in the eyes, and they call it bonding and all that stuff, and then put it to the breast, and the child knows her more intimately in the early stages than the father, and she's with the child all the time and so on. So when this child grows up, he's sure this is his mom, but not sure he's the dad. And normally the mom did take care of those health keeping and those safety issues and that, essential things to grow. So now when they grow up, it's normal that they're gonna call for mom. And so after she's finished her 8 to 5, she gets home there after the traffic and so on. She has to get ready for the next day, or clothes, whatever, or if she did it whenever and so on. See the kids with the homework, put them to bed. If they're sick, she can't go to work, or she has to be up late dealing with it and so on. And so here this lady, she's really pooped out. So what to do? I don't see that in the short term that women are going to start saying that, okay, as soon as the baby's born, you hand it to the father. Because, I mean, she's the one that bore the baby, they believe give life to the baby, etc., maintain the baby for the 9 months. And she deserves to have the first hug and the first this and that, and hear her voice first, etc. But still, there are a lot of shows that go late into the night, talk shows and other things that she's going to be tempted to get involved in. And furthermore, with these kids now with technology, phones and computers and so on, that are turning off their ability to sleep, so they're going to be up late. And if they were to go to bed, say normally kids would go to bed probably about 8. If they would go to bed, and then she has a little time to wind down and go to sleep, but they're up all late hours, she has to be up with them and this and that, and so she hardly gets any sleep at night, plus worrying about what will happen tomorrow, something's wrong with the kids, the whole thing. So it's hard on these women, and women are working and working and working. But when God created Eve, he said that you're going to help Adam. All the work is Adam's, but you're going to help him. You're going to be a helpmeet. But now ladies are now taking on the full thing. Now it's like they own the work, see, and they're drinking, they're drugging, they're doing everything like the guys, and they want to demand the work. Say, okay, you stay home and go and work and everything, And a lot of times the lady is more qualified, and it would be more economical if the guy who isn't working for as much money or has enough insurance and things riding him to, probably stay home and, if there's a decision like that to be made while she goes out and make the money. But women are taking on the work like it's their work. They want to lift the heavy stuff. They want to take on things that would call for a man's sort of approach. I don't know. I don't want to sound sexist here, but there's some things that I saw in Jacksonville, Florida. The garbage truck coming around, and there was this lady working in the back of the garbage truck. And I mean, that kind of work is not for a woman. She got to jump on in this running truck. She got to be busy all the time, lifting up big garbage bags, 20 in the hopper. Her hand is in that nasty stuff. I mean, it's terrible. And after a while, she gets tired. She might even fall out of the truck because, I mean, I don't want to sound funny, but the way women are built, they aren't built for strength. They're built for finesse and tenderness and the whole 9 yards. And even if they lift weights and all that, it's not what you expect of a woman. And it's like women have to relax and stop taking on all these problems and all these burdens and all these kind of things, because it's hurting, and the whole society is going to hurt when women are hurting, because when the man gets home and she's hurting, the children come home and she's hurting, is everybody going to have to stay with the hurt? But if she were refreshed and happy and saying, come let me solve your problems, I mean, life would be so wonderful, huh? Well, I guess women have to understand what would work best for them, and if all these things are doing, basically, if it's going to make them a better mom and wife and lady. As I said in another video, women now are walking as if they're men, like, the strong thing, men walk and thumping and you see all the muscle above the knee there and so on. Women doing that now, they're walking like, they're not walking and, shaking those hips and walking nice and soft. They're walking like they're men, and I mean, I don't know. But it's unfortunate that we've come to such a position, and it seems to me that whenever a generation is coming to an end, everything gets out of whack, and this one with the ladies, this is going to throw a lot more other things out of whack. So I wish the women well, and I wish that men will take on what they ought to take on, and relieve these women of all these burdens that they have, and all these tasks that probably God never intended for them, so that they could be doing what they ought to be doing in a better way.